Hi everybody, it's Diane Brennan. Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to call this a Witchy Wednesday, all right? I am doing a VR to my friend Megs Black over at what used to be the Tree Whisperer Oracle, and now it's something like Felt Sensing. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but she's just changed it. Um, anyway, Megs. If you know her, you know who I'm talking about. She did a travel altar video and shared what she keeps in her travel altar in her car that she basically just kind of put together in her crane bag. Now, I'm also studying now with OBOD. I'm at the Bardic grade, and I put together a travel altar years ago. There was a hashtag going around in the tarot tube community about it, in witchy community, and I was like, oh, what a great idea. So I did it, and so I've carried this in my car. I just switched out the bag though, because the bag that I had it in was kind of old. It was satiny and it got all like fuzzy, torn up. This might not be able to go in the center console of my car now because it's in a larger bag. It might have to go in my glove box instead, but I'll figure it out. But I have this lovely bag that I purchased a couple of years ago for a deck, and I thought the bag was smaller than it is. So I've never really used it for anything. So I thought this was a great one to turn into a replacement crane bag for that. Now I do carry a deck of tarot cards in my purse. I'm not making that part of this, but I do have a tarot deck always, always, always with me. I carry the Fournier deck because it's small, very colorful and bright, but it's classic Tarot de Marseille images. And then in my crane bag here, I carry a Lenormand deck, a mini deck in this little satin bag. And this is the white Dundorf, because this is one of my absolute favorite Lenormand decks. And since I have the mini, and I don't really use the mini much, it was great to go ahead and throw into my crane bag. I have this little bag with some crystals. I'm not going to take them all out, but there's a bunch of different crystals in here. There's, whoops, a white feather that I was gifted. There's a little pentacle charm. I guess I'll take them out. Whoops. It's just this little, I can't really show them well. I'll do my best. Anyway, there, I guess that's the best I can do. This little handful of various crystals. And these are mainly to be able to give, whoa, as offerings. More than anything else. But one of them is a crumbly kind. Okay. So that's mainly a little bag of offering crystals. I then have in this little satin bag another bag full of things that this had belonged to my previous husband, my late husband. And it's got some things that he had in it, mostly like bits of shell like this. I'm just going to show the one. I'm going to leave most of that intact. But that's mostly what's in there, is little bits of shell like that, some little tiny stones. Again, stuff that I carry. Well, I actually carry it just because it was his. But again, kind of also with the intent that if I feel called to, I can make offerings out of it. And then I also have these little heart beads that are just crystal hearts, clear quartz crystal hearts. And I used those actually to make like my 4 quarter boundaries in a little mini circle. And then again, I carry some crystals and shells, and then in here is also my really small quartz skull. I have a little skull collection, and this is my little quartz one just so that I have a skull with me. But I think I'm going to take him out and place him with the rest of the skulls again for a while, just to energize him back into the community of skulls. Then I saw this, and it was such a great idea from somebody, and it is these little black and white birthday candles, because this way you have a black candle and a white candle combined in one. And then I have these little candle holders that I made out of little thread spools and a wooden disc, and then painted them silver to hold the candles. And I have this really small altar tile that is a bind rune protection tile that I was gifted by a friend of mine who made that for me. So I carry those in here so I can go ahead and light candles in a very small space. And then I also have my god and goddess statues. And in my case, it's a small set of matching Buddha and Kuan Yin. So I use those to represent the god and goddess. And then the final thing I have in here is a little pouch that I purchased, and in it is my Palo Santo and a lighter. I use Palo Santo a lot because it goes out really fast, so it does a really nice good smudge and clearing of the space, but it doesn't burn forever and ever and ever and ever. So I even, because I carry this on me, I have been known to bring out this Palo Santo and smudge real quick when I've been reading at fairs and stuff too. And then I have 2 of these. So I have one that I keep here on my desk, and then I have this one that are pendulums that were made by a very, very good friend of mine. The findings all came from a late friend of mine when she passed, and I got her bead collection. And then the AAA grade Labradorite and AAA grade Sapphire are from him when he made it. So that is my little travel altar. So when I want to create sacred space somewhere, sitting in my car, going across the road out to the park, like the edge by the creek. I haven't done that yet, but it's in my mind that I can bring my little travel altar and go set up a little sacred space there and do some meditating. Not right now because it's summertime and it's kind of busy over at the park, but I'm thinking more come this fall when people go back to school and work and, you know, it's not as busy again, that I'll be going over there. But all you need is just a small bag. I could fit a small journal into there. I have some. I may stick one in. I don't do a lot of journaling though. I know, I'm bad. I really don't like journaling. But I do have like a little sticky notebook in my car in the door. So I could always pop that into there because I could sticky note it, and then I could come back and I could put it, into my bigger diary or journal or whatever. I could always rewrite it into there when I get home. I haven't figured that out yet. So I'm still kind of like possibly adding some things into this. and tweaking it a little bit more, because I've never actually used it. I've carried it for years, but I think it's time now, doing the Bardic grade and taking some time out to meditate and create sacred space in nature, that it's going to be time to do that. Even taking this out to my backyard to do that. So just wanted to share that with you today. I hope you enjoyed this. I wish you much love, much light, many, many blessings. Peace out. See you in the next one.